If you don't know what comes next, welcome to the channel. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Today I'm going to pick up a vehicle, and I thought I'd bring you guys along. Give me a chance to show you guys what happens when I'm not on camera. Now we're just going to go hook up the trailer right now because we're leaving first thing in the morning. 1 a.m. to be exact. So you won't be able to come along for the first part of the trip, but I'll pick you guys up closer to the end. So to all the experts that thought that you could defeat my little anti-theft device by unlatching it, yeah, it doesn't come out. I made it so that it sits up against here. It won't fold down. There's a lot of ways to defeat it, but come on, guys. Like I'd overlook something that simple. So now we use one of the best features of any new truck, and that's the backup camera. Makes positioning the trailer hitch underneath the trailer so much easier. So you get it lined up, put it in park and set the e-brake. Should be right where you need it. Perfect. First time, every time. Put our drop leg up. We'll latch the coupler. Put the pin back in it. Now we're going to hook up the safety chains. You want to crisscross them. Kind of forms a basket underneath. In case the hitch comes off, it'll catch it instead of digging into the ground and when it falls off. Plug in our electrical plug. And we'll put our breakaway cable on. You want to wrap it around the frame, not just the trailer hitch, in case the trailer hitch comes off too. So welcome to the last leg of our journey, and probably the most interesting part. Got some 2-lane roads, some bridges, some tunnels. Kind of windy, very hilly. You didn't miss much before. It was basically just darkness and no traffic. One of the benefits of this world shutdown, no traffic. Aside from that, kind of sucks. So I do pick up a lot of vehicles for myself. So if you don't know, I'm from Chicago, and the car we're picking up is in Louisville, Kentucky. I used to drive back and forth from Chicago to Nashville quite a bit, so this trip, pretty easy for me. I pass through Louisville all the time. This will be the first time I've ever picked a vehicle up at this particular branch. It's about 370 miles, I believe. It'll take us about 6 hours to get there. It's only going to take us 6 hours because I generally do the speed limit. I'm not in any big hurry, and the dirt alley gets much better fuel mileage when I'm doing the speed limit. So, saves me a little bit of money. So now we're gonna head back home. So the good news is, we're not fixing this piece of junk. You guys all know how I feel about this platform of GM vehicles. It's getting cut up. The bad news is, it's fixing at least 3 other vehicles. So there's 3 more of these things on the road. Now this wasn't a bad buy. It's got a good front end that we needed. It's got some good airbags, some doors, and it's got a good drivetrain. 26,000 miles, engine, transmission, which on these things, it's pretty important because they always go out. Got a good rack and pinion. For right now. Wait 5 minutes. Even though I'm not a fan, if things sell, you fix them. You just complain about them a lot. But at least it's not a Ford. So I know the GM guys won't have their panties in a bunch when I tell them their vehicles are junk. Because I'm not sugarcoating it. These things are junk. So in case you're wondering, a tree fell on this thing. That's what kind of squished it. It's got zero headroom. How do I know it was a tree? Well, it's full of pine needles, leaves, and chips from the chainsaw. They probably had to cut the tree off it after it fell down on it. It happens. It's probably the best thing to ever happen to this vehicle. So I don't know how this shutdown's affecting you guys, but here's a little bit about what it's done to me. First off, my gym is closed, which really kind of sucks for me. Yeah, you can work out at home, but it's just not the same. So, I'm really waiting for the day that my gym opens back up. Besides that, since the state is shut down, I can't do any title work, I can't get any inspections, and since I waited 6 weeks for the bumper on that Ford Explorer, it pushed me back. I got the safety test done, sent in the paperwork, got the state inspection scheduled, showed up on the day that they shut the place down. So, I've been waiting ever since. When they open it back up, maybe they'll take us first come, first serve. Maybe they'll take us by order of canceled appointments. I have no idea. All I know, it's going to be a mess when they open it back up. Everything I have is kind of on hold right now. I can't really sell vehicles. I can buy all I want. Of course, there's some states where I can't even pick them up. Right now, I'm just making extra videos for you guys, doing some work, getting caught up, so that when the world opens back up, well, I'll just have a bunch of finished vehicles. I used to do that all winter long, and then sell everything in the spring. Looks like I'm just doing it in the spring now, and maybe I'll sell them in the summer. Either way, it's just part of my job. Now, as a mechanic, my work is still there. I'm essential. I was worthless before, according to the world, but now I'm essential. I think they just mean expendable. And for all of you that are gonna start typing, "Oh my God, he's not listening to the stay-at-home order." Well, I got news for you. I drove 700 miles. I was in contact with one person the entire time. And that was only to get the paperwork. If they would have mailed it to me, I would not have to see another person the entire trip. And I was definitely 6 feet apart from everybody. I'm in contact with more people at home. Now the safety experts are taking a loss here because I'm not wearing a mask. But the way I see it, if you work in this industry with your dirty hands and cuts and scrapes, you're probably pretty much immune to just about any virus this world can throw at you. Is that how that works? I don't know. I'm not a doctor. I fix cars. So here's a better look at our victim. Like I said, there is no headroom in this thing. It's like one branch hit the tailgate here. Came down right across the center. Looks like the seats kind of stopped it. So, that roof's going to be in our way. We need to move it. So we're going to use our multi-purpose frame rack. I'll lift it up a little bit. Position it under center. Since it's tied down to the trailer, now's the perfect time to do it. We can get a little more pulling power than just using the weight of the truck. So we lifted it up enough that I get the seats down, pull the headliner down a bit, and get that roof airbag out of the driver's side, because it's still good and we're going to need it. So now that I got that out of the way, I can actually lift it where it's really bent. Give it a little pull. Almost makes me want to fix it. Yeah, no. So our front door doesn't open because the back door is overlapping it, so we're going to pull up on it a little bit. Okay, a little too much. Now we can open the door. Pull the roof up a little more so we can open that back door. The only door that opened before was the right front door. But now, everything's going to open. Perfect. Now we'll unstrap it. Put our stabilizers down. Bring out our ramps. This is the afternoon cruise job. I don't know why I'm doing it. If you don't know what comes next, welcome to the channel. We'll put our ramps back in. I'll flip our ramps over and put them back in so they don't hold water. And now we're back at home, so we can disconnect our trailer, disconnect the electrical plug, disengage the coupler, take our safety chains off, drop the leg down, lift it off. Take the breakaway off. I'll pull the truck forward a little bit. We'll put our little theft deterrent in there. Put it in the coupler. Put our lock in there. And we'll latch the coupler just to annoy the thieves. Give them an extra step. And hopefully the trailer will be waiting for us next time. So that's it. We're back at home. It's time for me to go. So like this video if you found it interesting. Share it if you think somebody else might. Subscribe to see more builds. Or whatever else I'm doing to occupy my time. As always, thanks for watching. And I'll see you soon. Stay safe and stay healthy.